Guten Tag, Miss. Wie geht's denn mal, Dieter? Ich bin Dieter. So Dieter is going to do today's video on two of his least favorite things: tuners and capos. And I have to thank my friend Scrambler Dude for this, because he hates capos and I hate capos. I don't know if Scrambler Dude hates tuners, but I hate tuners. I hate tuners because a lot of them you can't calibrate. So let's take the tuners first. I read my comments. I get people say, your guitar's out of tune or whatever, and I don't care, because I'm trying to care a little more, but I really just grab what's around, and I don't tune because I'm trying to. So here's a tuner that I quite like. But you can't tune it. See, I tune most things when I practice down to 432, and a lot of these you can't do that. So there's our captive audience. She does. I can't tell if she has a tuner clipped on her guitar or not. So let's turn this on. It's called a polytune. So there you go. And you can see, now I didn't tune this guitar, so this is my LGX2. Let's just see what it's like. So you can see, I think I have this calibrated to the lowest it goes, which I think is 435. So I don't tune to 440. So to a lot of you guys who have a better ear than me, probably sound flat and worse on stuff, but that's just what it is. So let's tune it up to, I think it's 435 on this, and see. So when it's in the green there, it's in tune, right? You can tell I'm flat, right? Now, apparently that's in tune. Now, that sounds like shit to me. I don't like 440 tuning. And there's articles you can read on about it. It's a thing that was brought in by the German Nazis, actually. And 8 of the 12 tones or notes are dissonant in 440. So we have lots of people playing 440 have learned their whole life that sounds right, but it actually doesn't. I can't stand to listen to stuff in 440 anymore. Like, to me, so that's one of the reasons I don't use tuners anymore. Now this one, what I try and do, I figured out, because I do have some tuners that go to 432. So I encourage you, if you buy a tuner, get one that you can alternate the pitches on it, like the hertz. So this one, I think I said, it seems like the battery might be going dead too. So typical of all my things, they're not well thought out. There we go. So what I do is I tune down to where I get those 2 red dots. That's what I usually do when I do that. Isn't it fun hearing tuner? Yeah, I think the battery's going because it keeps turning itself off. Another reason why I hate tuners. You always got to carry those annoying button batteries around with you or whatever. So I don't know if that sounds pretty close to me. And that is around 432. Yeah, and so, some you see my video, work on your ear, so, yeah. Anyway, besides, if I'm not playing with guys in a group that have their pianos and everything 440, I don't give a shit anymore. So, anyway, let's talk about my favorite thing I like to hate in Scrambler. I hate capos, I hate them. But anyway, he was having capo problems, so I've got, we'll talk briefly about capos here. I've got 4 of these Kaisers, and I don't like them, but when you buy a capo, you have to know what you're getting into. So you have to look at them, and sometimes they'll see this is slightly curved. So some of them are made for 12-string guitars. Some of them are made, and see, some of them have a little bit of a radius, right? And some are made, now this one here, see, is for a classical guitar because you see it's more flat there. So if you're having a problem with your capo, that might be one of the things. Do you have the right capo for the guitar you're using? So if I'm looking at my Godin here, this one seems to be, the silver one seems to be a 6-string. So it seems to be, I used to have them labeled with a marker that came off. So I think this is for electric guitar. So let's see if it works, how well it works here. So we'll put it up on the 2nd fret. And try and put it behind the fret and see what you get. So, see, immediately the guitar sounds out of tune. So I pulled it. You have to just play around with it. That's why I hate them. They're finicky. It still sounds out of tune. Yeah. Take it off, and probably. See, it sounds in tune when you take it off, and as soon as you put this stupid capo on, let's try it on another. Let's try it up here on the 5th fret. See, it's out of tune again. So let's try and tune it with. Now, so that's the thing. I see my friend Scrambler dude's point. They're a pain in the ass. friend said, if you give any of these capos a good recommendation, he says I'm full of shit and lying, and I probably am. So, yeah, I agree with you. I'm not going to go through all of them. I have shubs. I have a G7. I have all these things. And half the time, this is why I don't use them. Because I agree with my friend Scrambler dude. They just seem to take your money and they don't getting them to work. So that's a G7. I'm not going to really recommend any of them because there's a reason why I have nine of these things, which is probably $300-400 worth of stuff that I don't use. And that's a D'Addario one. So I would like some feedback on this, because if any of you use capos a lot and have some tips for Dieter and Scrambler do, we would appreciate it, because there's an American Scrambler dude and a Canadian who absolutely hate capos. I hate them. I hate tuners. And I'm not paid by anybody, so I can say what I want, can't I? So, happy plucking, and yeah, you know what Dieter's about. He just grabs his guitar, whether it's in tune or not, and whether he just does what he does. So you see, if you want polish, this is not the place for polish, because I really don't care what most people think. I try and help people and encourage people that maybe have guitars sitting in the corner, like me, that they want to get better at it. Not really interested in rehashing other people's stuff or showing off, or capos or tuners for that matter. I hate them. So anyway, if there's someone who sees this by chance and likes capos and tuners, well, tuners, I have a thing on tuners. Like if the tuner, if you can set it to 432, then as far as duty is concerned, that's a good tuner, right? And if your capo works the first time without putting your guitar seriously out of tune, because what a capo should do is do a perfect bar chord, open bar chord for you, right? That's what a capo should do. So if any of you people seeing this know of a really good capo, but see, it depends on the radius of your guitar and the size of your neck and all that thing. It's kind of like Dieter when he explains, like my hands, right? So I can say, like, I might really love this guitar. You might say, well, it's too thick or it's too thin. See, it's all personal, right? So, yes, if any of you want to chime in on the comments on capos and good tuners that go to 432, yeah, chime in. Happy plugging. Wiedersehen.